Hello friends and welcome. Today we're going to do this lane analysis, I guess. We're just going to look at the laning phase, the first few minutes of this game, because I think it went pretty well for me and this Wraith King, and I want to show you how I was able to do that. In particular, it's going to showcase why half pulls can be really good, especially against a roaming hero who isn't here, and I think that's something that will be pretty practical for you guys, because like if the 4 position either isn't stopping your pulls or is roaming so they're by themselves, then this will work. So, Bounty Rune fight, I think this was fine. Wraith King's not too weak at this, and Lich is pretty good with his spells. I'm not afraid to use a lot of my own spells here because I have 2 Clarities, and I'm just going to Clarity up before the laning stage even begins. So we don't have to worry about too much, just some the basic trading. Now here, I think I am not aggressive enough. So I didn't realize, if you look at the minimap now, I didn't realize that Spirit Breaker just left level 1 to roam. And so I, when I got confused and I checked the minimap, he wasn't showing. So, like, right here, he's not on the minimap. I don't know. So I thought he was still up here. And so I was kind of, like, playing it a little safe. And in hindsight, if I'd noticed he was mid during this time, I should have been more aggressive. And, like, this right now, this is also a mistake. Because in my mind, I was really confused. I was like, where is this Spirit Breaker? And I came to see if he was blocking camps. But in retrospect, it doesn't matter if he's blocking camps. The fact is, he's out of the lane, and it's 2v1. So I should be beating this Slardar up and forcing him away. In fact, we even made a video recently about it, so I can poke him. I don't want to be here when this creep dies, though, because otherwise they'll aggro to me, so I do step away. And now I'm going to check to make sure the camps are available. I could have probably attacked a little longer, but I wanted to make sure I was here to do a half pull. So, why the half pull instead of the full pull? And ignoring the fact that I told you we're going to talk about half pulls. If I do a full pull here, this camp will be killed. This creep wave, I might get 2 to 3 creeps killed off. But there's a good chance the Vul Assassins will all die. And so we will, let's say 2 creeps, deny 2 creeps, and have no camp. But that means, against a solo offlaner, well, Spirit Breaker's back now, but against a solo offlaner, they can't contest your pulls. So the more you can deny, the better. And you can only deny more things if you have a stacked camp. So if you do a full pull, you're not going to get it. So that's why I do this half pull here. Spirit Breaker does make it over for some XP, but I'm at least able to deny the range creep. Now it's alive. I stay here. I was suspicious because he charged me. So I did check for the ward. And then I stack the camp. So now this is where the advantages will start to come. So this is the weakness of the hard camp. It's very easy to get to for experience, where the small camp's not. So you see, they did a pull, but we're already both here in time for the XP. I get the Frost Shield off. I thought I might be dead here, but fortunately, I had a salve. And Frost Shield, pretty crazy ability. Really saves you from a ton of damage. Now, because of that skirmish there, I missed my chance to do this pull. And this pull would have been really good to do, 217. Because you would kill this entire creep wave, that would fix lane equilibrium, and then I can stack this at 253 to reuse. But stuff happens, you don't always get it. I still think this laning stage went pretty well. So we're going to keep going. But here we go. So if this hadn't, if I had successfully pulled, then the lane would now be, over here. This creep wave, or his creep wave, would be dying under our tower. Wraith King would be getting solo farm. But anyways, I'm going to cut this tree here, do a pull, and then I'm going to come stack. I'm stacking because I feel like I have the freedom to do so, especially with this pull. I didn't feel like Wraith King was being particularly pressured this game, and that's why I was able to do this. Now, once I see that Spirit Breaker charging, it would take me a while to run over, and so I teleport. Don't be afraid to teleport short distances, guys. I know it feels a little awkward, I'm zoomed out, but we can see it on the screen. That's how far I'm teleporting. But if you think about how long it would have taken to walk, it's too much. Even walking from this side of the tower to this side of the tower is 3 seconds. So this teleport is 3 seconds to get here to save this Wraith King's life, because I think he'll die if I don't get here as fast as I can. So I do make it in time. I Frost Shield. I throw out my Frost Blast. I'm going to stand in front of them, body block them a little bit, and I salve him. I got here about the same time that Spirit Breaker did charging. So I do think it's... I mean, obviously in hindsight, it was worth it because I saved his life. But it is tough to make those judgment calls, guys. But don't be afraid to try it. If you think you can still save the guy and it's a short teleport, feels awkward, go for it. That creep wave died in the meantime. Spirit Breaker got here for just the range creep, which I denied anyways. And look at that. They try to do a hard pull. Suspicious. Where's our creeps? He walks up, and now he's in range for the XP. And now I'm going to come over as well so that he's not left alone. And that we can fight these guys. And they can't actually keep fighting here because look, our creeps are about to start walking under the tower, which means one of them is going to have to come over here. And that leaves 2 of us against 1 of them. And so, yep, there we go. Slardar has to leave. Spirit Breaker, do you really want to be here by yourself? I don't really want to fight him because I had a clarity going. But I think maybe I should have just started hitting him. Spirit Breaker, any other support, and I would have started trading more. But Spirit Breaker has this charge that makes it really hard to kill him because he'll always kind of just escape. So I wasn't too keen on starting to harass him. It doesn't feel as worthwhile on a Spirit Breaker unless I think I can get kills. Part of me wondered if I should block this hard camp. That was something I thought about earlier too. I decided that since Spirit Breaker wasn't here and he might be roaming a lot, Slardar and Spirit Breaker don't really clear stacks or hard camps that well, but Wraith King does, and I'm like okay at it. So I decided to leave it open as a way to potentially further abuse this Slardar by himself by doing like all these stacked pulls, but if those aren't available, maybe I could do hard pulls and then zone him away. In the end, they end up doing like 2 of their own pulls, which was good for them. But we were still able to get the XP, so it like wasn't too bad for us. Over here, I decided to do another half pull because I'm still thinking like I can still deny this guy a ton of XP if I keep killing these creeps. So I think I've denied like 8 creeps from this Slardar at this point. I learned my lesson. I don't want them to keep doing these pulls, so I was aggroing it this way. I got greedy here. Okay, in my defense, I didn't see the Slardar. I was trying to stack. That's why I did the half pull earlier, so I could stack at 5 minutes. So I walked out. Almost died, but Frost Shield truly is a crazy ability, and Wraith King came over to help me. Didn't get that stack off. But, I mean, Wraith King is getting to farm. Yeah, he lost some creeps to the tower because of me. Oops. Not a perfect lane. We can look to improve here. But you'll notice now, Slardar is level 4. Wraith King is level 5. I'm level 3. Spirit Breaker's level 2. We are winning. The reason we're winning is because of all these pulls I've managed to do with the stacked camp and the half camp. And now they're just losing. How do they catch up? They have to kill us to catch up in XP. Because otherwise, why are we missing XP? If we're alive, we're in the lane, they'll never catch up because the same amount of XP is coming into the game. So they have to kill us or they have to do their own pulls. But hard pulls are literally harder to do than the small camp pulls. So it's easier for us to contest the XP. And once you establish the lead in the safe lane, it's easy to hold if you aren't in a bad matchup. In my experience anyways, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's easy to throw games. So here we go. I stacked the camp, and now we're gonna go back to it because every time Spirit Breaker roams away, I know Slardar can't contest here. We're gonna deny another 4, or I would have. What the heck was this? I know exactly what it was. I just missed the range aggro, but I was still annoyed. Kind of wanted to play aggro on Slardar. Bit of miscommunication here. But you see how he's getting zoned away. And what? Where are my creeps? There's supposed to be creeps here. Nah, they're gone. I kind of missed the timing. I meant to do this pull. I should have denied another set of creeps here. So, like, I failed in 2 ways. I didn't stack, and I didn't get the full pull off. I don't know what was going through my head. I messed up. It doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of does, guys, because we would have been winning even harder. But it's 7 minutes in, and we're already 1,000 up over Slardar. And honestly, we can kind of stop here. We're about to go. I don't want to show you guys this. I swear we killed this Slardar right here, and I didn't screw up. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll show you guys. We just went too soon. If we had waited a little longer, Lina would have gotten here for a stun, or just like a Dragon Slave and 2 auto attacks, and then we would have gotten the kill. And now, so this is why it would have been better for me to pull when I missed right there, because now look, we're pushing in some experience to Slardar. He's by himself. He really shouldn't be getting anything without a lot of hard work by like running through trees, all these like shenanigans, stuff like that. But instead, I allowed it to push up a couple times by missing some pulls. Oops. But still, overall, I think this lane went well, and it's because I was prioritizing stacking these camps and half pulling. I should have bullied him a little longer and a little more at the start of the game, but after that, with the Spirit Breaker roaming a bit too much, we were able to punish him. Something you guys, like, I see from the game sent in is that when the offlaner's left alone, it is viable to try to play the lane and just kill them. Like, instead of trying to do all these half pulls and stuff. But a common mistake is to screw up lane equilibrium and then push the lane really far in, and then you're just giving a bunch of XP to the solo offlaner, and that's, like, no good. So I think balancing aggression with these half pulls and stacked camps, and then looking to deny a ton from them, is a bit more reliable, in my experience. And you don't need your carry to know how to, like, balance the wave or anything like that. So give it a shot, you guys. It is easy laning when you're allowed to do this. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.